Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a quick Divine Feminine check-in. I've been calling these mini reading videos, and I have been channeling these in between my main twin flame energy update videos, which, by the way, I do post those general twin flame energy updates that are more thorough and meant to apply to more of the Twin Flame Collective, both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on this channel. But in between those larger scale readings, I've been doing these kind of shorter reading style videos to channel specific messages for certain groups of individuals who I feel will feel a kind of resonance or feel drawn to certain videos and messages. Now, specifically in this reading video, the reason I want to address the Divine Feminine specifically, or at least a group of Divine Feminines here, is because out of nowhere last night I felt this huge wave of energy, and as I was just saying that, a card already flew out. Yeah, attachment in the upright position. And I felt that this energy, this kind of wave of energy, was coming from some in the Divine Feminine Collective who were feeling some sort of, for some, this could have been a serious bout of anxiety, a panic attack, really something that's. And another card came out. The cards are really flying already for your reading. This is the number 11 card, the 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶 card, and the attachment card coming out together. So really what I'm getting is, for whoever is resonating with this reading, because I don't feel it will be for everyone, but if you are a Divine Feminine who felt this wave of anxiety in the last 24 hours, or for some, this was an intense feeling of sadness, feeling of fear, I really want to give you some guidance on potentially the energetic root cause of what you were or are experiencing emotionally with this, so you can better understand it, because I'm also getting that for whoever this Divine Feminine is, there could be, wow, I'm just getting this wave of goosebumps, because I'm feeling this strong sense of self-blame, or almost a feeling of guilt for her own sadness or her own anxiety, or this moment of feeling really negative, because there is this sense of, I've come so far, how could I allow myself to be pulled back into this? For some, I'm just hearing like this spiral of negativity or fear or anxiety, or whatever the case was for this Divine Feminine. But right away, I'm getting this message from Spirit saying something about this anxiety, these fears that were coming up for you recently, is about attachments being released on the way to what you want. This isn't about some kind of endless pattern of self-sabotage. This isn't about you somehow backsliding in your growth or in your healing process. In fact, the opposite is true here. Your fears, your self-doubts, and your triggered ego may at times try to tell you that these moments of feeling anxious or feeling the surfacing of these fears or anxieties means that you are going backwards. But really, what you're being guided to see is these things are coming up because you are expanding to such a degree and at such a rapid pace that you are breaking through attachments that are very, very ancient. Some of these are individual. For some of you, these are things that have been energetically blocking you or weighing you down that are now coming to the surface of your conscious mind because you've reached a level in your spiritual development where you are prepared to handle them. Also, with rest and rejuvenation in the reverse position, I'm getting that I just keep hearing like it was some kind of episode or spiral for this person. And again, this will not resonate with every divine feminine who's tuned into the channel here, but for whoever you are, I feel that this could have been something that either woke you up last night or in the middle of the night recently, or that made it very difficult to sleep. I heard I'm scared to be alone with myself. So there could be someone here who was sleeping alone at the time, or who felt really alone in this spiral, or in their own head, in their own thoughts. I also hear someone saying, am I making the right decision? Am I making the right choice? Or am I on the right path? There's just this really strong feeling of hopelessness and despair associated with this. But again, the overarching theme here, and what I know sounds so opposite from what you could have been feeling if this message is for you, but the divine truth of what you were experiencing, even if this experience felt very negative, very chaotic, even painful. I heard like divine extraction. It's like these attachments that have been weighing you down, whether they are external or internal. And hopefully we will get into more specifics on what these attachments could be for you specifically. But these things are actually being released to bring you closer to what you desire, to allow you to continue this process of soul expansion with the World card in the upright position. And the energy I was getting from someone here was this feeling of conflict within the self. And the conflict I was getting for this particular divine feminine is, what do you do when your heart wants to be loved, but your soul longs to expand? And I know that sounds a bit abstract or general, because of course, you deserve both expansion and true unconditional love. And both of those things, divine feminine, are your birthright and your destiny. But really what I'm speaking from here is like this space of, it's like that part of the mind that still sees love and relationship through the eyes of other people, or through the eyes of society. I'm trying to get more information on this for you. It's difficult to find the words to describe this very complex energy from you. So hopefully you will understand where I'm coming from if this message is for you. But it's like, I feel as though someone here is breaking free of really ancient patterns within their family's line, within society, within themselves, about what love and relationship is supposed to look like, or about what their life is supposed to look like in regards to love and connection. So something about this person's relationships, or what they're going through with relationships, could be very non-traditional in some sense. There could be this feeling of other people or society really judges the choices that I'm making about my life, or my love life specifically, or about my relationships. I'm strongly sensing that this divine feminine may also be on a conscious twin flame path, which makes sense because many who connect in here with the channel are twin flames. And yeah, with the Sun card in the upright position, the overarching theme of this divine feminine's life recently has been structuring or creating or shifting into this new beginning. I'm really hearing this is your moment in the sun, but also there's this imagery in general of light, of carrying the light and being the light. It's like, divine feminine, you don't realize how much of a beacon of love and light you are in this world, because you at times are so judgmental of yourself for the moments when these fears or anxieties surface, which your conscious thinking mind doesn't realize that when you are healing out of these things, what you're really breaking free from are thought patterns and energetic patterns that are truly very ancient. They are so deep-seated in your subconscious because they run so much further, so much deeper than even this one physical life experience for you. Some of these were ways of being or believing that were handed down through your family's line as well. Now, the number 44 came out here as well, so that will most likely be significant for someone, as well as the number 5 and the number 111. With the number 5 being the attachment card, it's interesting because in Door to Spirit upright here, speaking to your intuition, it's like, I see this contrast because in this moment where you could have been feeling anxiety or fear, whatever was coming to the surface for whoever this message is for, your conscious mind in that moment could have gone into this kind of spiral because you were really focused on the in the moment's negative experience. But what you're being guided to know here is that your soul knows a different story, knows the truth of what was, what is taking place within you through this surfacing of these attachments, fears, anxieties that we label as negative, but really they are just these manifested energetic blocks that, again, may have not even began with you, could have been passed through your family's line, that are being brought to the lights of your consciousness through feeling them more profoundly, potentially in a way that the ego sees as negative, but for the purpose of healing them, of moving beyond them once and for all. Also, the number 5 card, it's the number 5 in general, especially the repeating number 555, can speak to rapid change. And there's something about fast change for you, Divine Feminine, change that is actually to your ego appearing to be like backsliding, not linear, kind of 1 step forward, 3 steps back, but the truth is this change, this transformation happening within you spiritually, this healing happening within you is actually taking place very rapidly. It's just that our egos naturally as human beings have a tendency to fixate on the negative. And that's really another message I'm getting here is Divine Feminine, remember how far you've come. Because I feel that in this moment, your ego may be really triggered by whatever you experienced. Again, you could be feeling guilt or self-blame for whatever kinds of negative energies were passing through you or whatever was surfacing for you. But you're really being guided to realize that is just our primal programming, our tendency to over-fixate on the negative and not see the grander picture, to not realize how much we have to be so proud of, to not realize how far we've truly come with this door to personal healing and happiness in the upright position. I'm specifically hearing something in connection with independence, self-reconnection, a Divine Feminine who is truly learning how to stand on her own in the sense that she is reconnecting with her inner child, with her most authentic self. She is truly facing all aspects of her beautiful being, the light and the dark all mixed up together, and she is embracing even the darkness, even those painful moments, even those moments of grief or despair. You are being taught, and I'm right away also picking up that for some of you, some of this self-judgment when you did go through or have felt through this kind of intense emotional experience that your ego could have labeled as negative, that could have been doubt, fear, anxiety. Part of the reason you felt such a strong sense of self-judgment, self-blame for this, and this won't be for everyone, but for some of you, you could have been raised in a family or simply just raised in a community or by a kind of societal standard that said that you were supposed to be happy all the time. I heard you were supposed to be the happy one. So I feel I'm just speaking to a few people here, but for someone there could have been this dynamic of being raised in a family with several children or around several children. This could have been even your school experiences where you were expected to be the happy one, to be the one who was, I heard, people pleaser, kind of always going along to get along. And because of this, you were taught to disconnect from your own negative emotional experiences, to label them actually as negative, and then to repress them. And so all of this repressed pain and hurt became absorbed into your subconscious, into what we call the shadow self. And I feel that over the course of time for you, because of all of this that you had been trained to absorb into your shadow self, it's like when you finally went through this process of intense spiritual awakening, you finally came or now are coming face to face with these so-called shadow sides. And this is a beautiful thing because this is you finally loving and embracing all of your life experience, the light, the dark, the pain, the joy, everything that you came here to experience, rather than trying to repress or deny what you were feeling or push down some of your more negative emotions, which again, I'm strongly feeling for some could have actually been something that you learned even through your family line from your parents. But again, that won't necessarily apply to everyone. Now, this card, Woman Holding a Heart Reversed, keeps coming out here. So I am going to read a little bit from the guidebook for this card as well. This card reversed could indicate a state of being emotionally overwhelmed, and you may feel as though your love life is turned upside down. Always remember to bring a loving, heartfelt energy to yourself. So yeah, I'm really strongly feeling this Divine Feminine was feeling a lot of this negativity, the anxiety, the self-doubt, the fear associated with something happening in their love life or their relationships, their love relationships, or a dominant love connection in their life that feels as though, again, there's this feeling of it being something that doesn't fit into a box or doesn't fit into a traditional societal model, breaking out of the norm or breaking free of these old patterns of love and relationships. I feel that for some, this could be being single later in life. This could be choosing to separate from someone that they've been with for a while. For some, I'm hearing this could be going through some kind of a divorce process. For others, though, I'm also hearing that for someone on a twin flame path, this is literally desiring a future, a kind of connection with someone that feels as though you are wanting or reaching for something against all odds. It's like you can't help but hold the vision of a life with this person, but it feels as though you have a lot of voices around you or even within you from the triggered ego mind telling you that this isn't possible or that this isn't going to work itself out. But with strategy reversed, it's like part of why these negative feelings could be coming up is to remind you to continue surrendering this situation, to continue releasing your need to control the experience of your life or your love connections or the love that seems to come in and out of your life, to realize that life is something meant to be experienced and lived through, not something that we, from our human perspective, are going to be able to fully understand in the moment. And you're really being guided again to see how far you've come, to trust where your heart and soul feels led, to trust the soul desires that were given to you, knowing that these desires speak to the intentions of your soul. And also to release any patterns of self-judgment, to be really kind with yourself today. If you did go through this kind of negative spiral or this feeling of backsliding into negative emotion, know that nothing is going wrong here. And in fact, this isn't a sign of you going back. This is a sign of you expanding forward in such a radical way that all of your shadows, everything that's ever been repressed within you or even passed down through your family's line that has been restricting your vibration, lowering your vibration, or the vibration of the planet, is really coming up within you to be felt more profoundly, not for the purpose of holding on to those negative emotional experiences, but feeling your way through them, letting them be released from you. I'm getting that kind of saying of, you weren't meant to carry this mountain. You were meant to climb past it, to climb over it. So if you are a divine feminine resonating with these messages, I do really admonish you to take time for yourself, to really be kind to yourself, to release any patterns of self-judgment that are coming up around these potentially negative or challenging emotional experiences that you are releasing, and to know that what you are healing, what you are shifting is so much greater than the limited human perspective of your conscious mind can fully see. And a great way to really begin to carve out that time and space to energetically ground yourself and also to clear your energy is to meditate with subliminals on a daily basis in the morning. I personally do this every single day, and I find that it really helps me to clear and ground my energy and to feel more magnetic for the things that I desire to attract throughout my day. So I have created over 100 subliminal meditations that you could use for this type of morning meditation routine, and all of these are available to you on my website, soundandsoulful.com. So as you can see on the screen, I have created subliminals for different things that you may want to create or attract, or different mindsets or moods you may want to shift into, just depending on what connects with you on a particular day. But overall, because this message is for the Divine Feminine Collective, I really would highly recommend exploring my subliminal for the Awakened Divine Feminine, because this will really help you to release those wounded feminine programs, which I do feel coming up strongly for many of us in the Divine Feminine Collective right now, and causing us to feel this kind of manifestation of fear or doubt or insecurity. And this will really assist you in the process of energetically releasing these patterns, weighing you down, lowering your vibration, really shifting you into that empowered, magnetic state of being, because the fully healed, fully awakened Divine Feminine is incredibly and yet effortlessly magnetic for the things that she desires in life. So to assist you in achieving that state of alignment with your most awakened Divine Feminine self, I will be leaving a link to the Awakened Divine Feminine Subliminal in the pinned comments and description box under this video. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Also, do let me know in the comments if anything here connected with you personally. I do love hearing from all of you and building this strong sense of community and support with one another. So thank you for being such a powerful part of that and a co-creator here. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next video.